everyone, welcome back to another Off Twitch Thursday, potentially one of the last Off Twitch Thursdays to exist on this channel. I've created a new channel, it is called Sam Eccles Games. This channel will solely be a reaction video until I have more time to devote to YouTube, where I can start doing more IRL stuff. But at the minute, I still work 9 to 5. This is the most I can do right now. Okay, leave me alone. So this channel will be solely reaction videos. My gaming channel, Sam Eccles Games, will be these type of videos, the actual gaming videos. So it should mean that I can get more videos done, more actual gameplay, and not just episode 1, episode 2, and call it there, where it has done in this channel, to be honest. So if you do like these kind of videos, if you do like the gaming videos, please do go check that channel out. It will start being used more in September, October time. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed. Today's video is going to be a Premier League prediction video where I think each team is going to finish this year. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for today's video, we have our 20 Premier League teams. Weirdly enough, it was very hard to find a tier list that actually had all 20 teams in. Don't really understand why, but anyway, we have our champions, our first place team. We have Champions League, obviously 2, 3, and 4. We have Europa League, which are 5th and 6th. We have Conference League 7th, mid-table 8th to 12th, low table 13th to 17th, and our relegation teams, who we don't think are going to make it through another year of the Premier League, our 18th, 19th, and 20th. We've got the teams down here in alphabetical order. I'm going to go through it one by one. It is going to be in order as well. So for example, with Champions League, it's going to be my 2nd place team, my 3rd place team, and my 4th place team. I am a West Ham fan. Well, realistically, I'm an MK Dons fan. We played our first game of the season yesterday. We lost 2-1 at home to Bradford. So pretty good start there. Hopefully West Ham will do a little bit better. But we're going to be starting with Bournemouth. They're always a bit of a... they're an all right team. They don't really tend to do much, do they? I think they came, what, 9th? No. They were bottom table. I bottom half the table last year. I don't remember where exactly they came. But they're just that kind of team, right? They're a nothing team. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to get Europe. I'm just going to go mid-table. I think it's fairly standard mid-table team. Nice. Now, Arsenal, obviously they were first a lot of this year. They very narrowly missed out on winning the Prem. They did come in 2nd. I think they're a good team. They've progressed in summer as well. I think they've made some decent signings. I think they are going to get Champions League. I don't think they'll come 2nd. I don't think they'll come 1st. I'm going to stick them in at 3rd, I think. I do think there will be a couple teams above them this year. Aston Villa obviously had, I don't know if it is the best season they've ever had, but one of, without a doubt, their best seasons they've ever had as a Premier League team. So I don't think they're going to have as good a season. I think if they've managed to finish top 8, incredible. They obviously have Champions League football this year. It's going to take a little bit of a toll, I think. But I do think they'll get Europe again. Don't think it'll be Champions League. I think it'll be Conference League. I think that they will finish in 7th. Dead on. There we go. Brentford. Obviously a very lower end of the table team. They finished in this low table section last time. I don't remember exactly where. But I think they're going to do it again. I just don't see them. They could even potentially be a contender for relegation. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to stick them low table. I think maybe 16th, 17th is where they'll end up. It might be a battle for relegation. You never know. Brighton did well this year. I think they came 10th. I don't know exactly, but I think they were around about there. I don't think they're good enough to get to Europe. I don't think they're bad enough to get low table. You know what? I'll put them above Bournemouth, though. I think Bournemouth maybe 12th. Brighton 11th, or maybe 10th and 11th. We'll leave it there. Chelsea next. Now, Chelsea had an absolute stinker of the start of the season, didn't they? They did manage to get Europa, I think, towards the end. I think they came in 6th. So I have a feeling they're going to do that again. I don't think they're quite going to be able to get into Champions League. I think they'll finish 5th or 6th. Above Aston Villa, not mid-table. I can't see them being mid-table again. 5th or 6th. There we go. Palace. Now, it's very, very much so this kind of area again, right? Potentially 13th, but I think with the players they have, 13th is a bad season for them. I do think 8th or 9th, standard. I think they're all right. I think they've got the players to be a top half of the table team. Sorted. Now, Everton obviously got a little bit stiffed by their points deduction at the start of the year. They still ended up doing pretty well. And I think if their points deduction didn't happen, they would have gone a couple places higher than they did finish. Which does give an argument. Could they actually be in this mid-table argument? Very, very, very potentially. I'm going to go... You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring Bournemouth down into 13th and Everton I'm going to put into 12th. I do think they are a good team. They're not anywhere near as bad as like the lower end of the table. I think Everton in 12th. Brighton in 11th. Palace maybe in 9th. So we do have a little gap in between them. And we'll see. We'll see. Fulham next. Do I see them getting higher than Bournemouth? I don't think I do. I think I see them higher than Brentford. But I don't see them getting any higher than that. I'm thinking 14th. And I'm thinking Brentford 16th, 17th. So I think that works. Ipswich. Now, I can't even remember the name of the stadium. But I have been to Ipswich before. A couple years ago, MK Dons played against them. And we lost 3-2. 4-2, 3-2, 4-3. Something like that. I think they've done fucking unreal to get into the Prem. I don't see it lasting. I think they are going to come rock bottom this year. And I genuinely think most people will think exactly the same. I don't see them being as bad as, what was it, Derby in like 2012 or 2008, whatever it was, getting 12 points. But I don't think they're going to have a good season at all. Maybe 5 wins. At a push. At a absolute push. So there we go. Ipswich, unfortunately, I think you're in 20th. Leicester. Now, Leicester obviously came up with Ipswich, but I see Leicester staying up. You know, I could even say they get higher than Brentford. 17th, 16th, 14th and 13th, I think. I'm going to go with it. I think Leicester stay up. I really, really, really do. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Next up, we have Liverpool. Now, they came in 3rd. Obviously, they were a little bit behind Arsenal in 2nd. But this year, I think they do exactly the same thing. I think they're going to be in 4th. I really do. I think Liverpool 4th. Do I think Liverpool 4th? You know what? I do think Liverpool 4th. I think Arsenal are going to go 2nd. And you'll see why in a minute. City, I just can't see anyone else beating City for the title at the minute. I really can't. It was very, very close this year. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal were by the skin of their teeth beaten. I just think City are a different breed at this point. I think they somehow managed to claw it back. And just somehow managed to just get wins out of nowhere and win the league out of nowhere. Arsenal should have won this league. They absolutely bottled it. But I just think City are a different breed. I think they're just too good to not win the title. Man United. Now, Man United had a stinker of the end of the season. They ended up in... They didn't even get Europe, did they? I don't remember them getting Europe by their Prem finish. They may have got it from... They won the FA Cup, right? Did they win the FA Cup? They did win the FA Cup, I think, yeah. I might be wrong with that, but I don't think they got Europe from their actual league position. So, that's going to change this year. They are this year. They are... Oh, God, wait. This is... Oh, hang on. I'm starting to notice that this is a lot harder than I think I thought it was going to be. I think United get 6th. But that leaves Newcastle and Tottenham battling for the last Champions League spot. Or just the last Europe spot. Oh, I don't know. There might be some moving around. There might be. We have Newcastle next. And I don't think they get Champions League. I might be doing this, you know. Wait, no. I think Newcastle are too good to be mid-table. I think they are better than Villa. I do think Villa are going to struggle with Europe this year. Whoa, this is tough, you know. Okay, Man City winning it. Arsenal in 2nd. Liverpool in 4th. Newcastle in 5th. Chelsea in 6th. United in 7th. Villa in 8th. Crystal Palace in 9th. Brighton in 11th. Everton in 12th. Bournemouth in 13th. Fulham in 14th. Leicester in 16th. Brentford in 17th. Ipswich in 20th. That's what I'm going for at the minute. We have Nottingham Forest next. And I do not think they survive another year. I think 18th. I think 19th. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go 19th, I think. 19th seems reasonable for them. Southampton. Now, Southampton were obviously one of the 3 teams promoted with Ipswich and Leicester. I also see Southampton surviving, and I see them doing it just above Leicester. I see them finishing in 15th, just below Fulham. And now this part of the table is completely done. That is locked in. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. We have this part of the table with 1 spot left. We have this part of the table with 1 spot left, and we have this part of the table with 1 spot left. So these 3 teams we have left, I think 1 is going to be Champions League. I think 1 is going to be mid-table. And I think 1 is getting relegation. It might be fairly easy to see what I'm going to do. I think Spurs get 3rd. You can't really see it there, but it is there. 3rd, I think Spurs. West Ham, I think, come middle of the table, 10th. And I think, you know, I can see Wolves getting relegated. I really can. I think they're an all right team, but yeah, I'm fairly happy with this, you know. I think they might have a stinker of a season. I'm happy with them going down, you know. I really am. I'm not mad about it. I think it might be a bit of a controversial one, but I think Wolves are finishing off my relegation. Let me know. This is my finish. Man City in 1st, Arsenal 2nd, Spurs 3rd, Liverpool 4th, Newcastle in 5th, Chelsea in 6th, Man United finishing off in 7th, getting that last Europe spot. We have Villa in 8th, Palace in 9th, West Ham in 10th, Brighton and Everton in 11th. Everton in 11th and 12th. We have Bournemouth starting off the lower table, Fulham, Southampton, Leicester and Brentford. And then our relegation teams are Wolves, Forest and Ipswich. If you don't agree with me, let me know what you don't agree with down in the comments below. Send me what your predictions are on Twitter as well. It's just Sam_Eccles on Twitter. I think I've done all right. I think we'll look back at the end of the year on the gaming channel. Actually, this one will be. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I think I'll look back on this at the end of the year and go, you know what? I've done a fairly good job. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe on this one. Subscribe on my other channel, my gaming channel. Again, link in the description. And we also have a 3rd channel for my Twitch VODs. So make sure you go subscribe on there as well. But yeah, I'm happy. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week for another Off Twitch Thursday.